So this is Arch Linux and this is the latest release. So I'm going to be downloading the ISO file and installing it in a desktop computer. These are the mirrors. So I already downloaded the ISO file and I created a bootable USB drive. So I'll select the USB drive to boot up from. So at the login prompt, I'm going to type Arch install. So the language, I'm going to leave it as English. The keyboard layout, I'm going to leave it as default. This is the mirrors. I'm going to select a mirror. I'm going to choose the US. This is this configuration. I'll select partitioning. And I'm going to select the default, use a best effort default partitioning layout. I'll select the hard drive. So on the file system, I'm going to choose BTRFS. I'll select yes. This is disk encryption. I'm not going to encrypt the disk. Swap. I'll leave it as default. So on the bootloader, I'm going to leave it as grub, which is the default. This is the host name. I'm going to leave it as Arch Linux. This is the root password. I'll type a root password. I'll create a user account. I'll select add user. I'll type a password. Should John be a super user? I'm going to select yes. Confirm and exit. Profile. I'll select type. Desktop. And here I can choose a desktop environment. I have all these choices. I'm going to select GNOME. This is the graphics driver. I'm going to leave it at all open source. This is the greeter. I'll leave it as default. This is audio. I'm going to select Pipewire. This is kernels. I'm going to leave it as default, Linux. This is network configuration. I'm going to select use network manager. This is additional packages. This is optional repositories. On additional repositories, I'm going to choose multilib. I'll select time zone. I'm on Eastern time. Automatic time sync. It's enabled. And I'm just going to select install. And it says the specified configuration will be applied. Would you like to continue? I'll select yes. So it says here, would you like to root into the newly created installation and perform post-installation configuration? I'm going to leave it as no. So I'm going to reboot the computer. Okay, I'm going to log in. Yeah, you can take a tour. Okay, so this is the desktop. I'll click on show apps. These are all the apps. Okay, I'll right click the desktop. I'll select change background. So on the appearance, on style, I'm going to select dark. So these are some of the background wallpapers. So this is the default color. I'm going to leave it as default. So on settings, this is network. This is Bluetooth. This is displays. This is sound, power. This is multitasking. This is appearance. This is apps. Click on default apps. Click on advanced network configuration. Select app details. I can turn off notifications. Select notifications. This is search. This is search locations. I can add a location here. I can move these up or I can move it down. This is online accounts. This is sharing. This is mouse and touchpad. This is keyboard settings. This is color. This is printers. This is accessibilities. This is privacy and security. This is system. I'll open HTOP. I'll open system monitor. I'll open the utilities app. So this is the calendar. This is the music app. I'll open the Files Manager. I'll open the Software app. These are all the installed apps. I'll open the text editor. I'll open the terminal app. So I'm going to check the kernel version. I'll type uname R. So the kernel version is 6.13.5. I'll check if VLC media is installed. So VLC is not installed. I will install it. I'll type this command. So if I want to uninstall VLC media player, I can run this command. Sudo pacman r VLC. So I'll run an update. I'll type sudo pacman syu. So this was just a quick look of the current release of Arch Linux, and this is the version. So I want to thank you for watching, and I thank you for subscribing.